On the recorder, that was Lucy Horsch with the Amsterdam Vivaldi players, Vivaldi's Flute Concerto in G major, the first movement. I'll tell you why in a second, why I played that. In the studio with me this morning is Managing Director of the Manitoba Chamber Orchestra, Vicki Young. Good morning, Vicki.
Good morning,
Nice
Michael.
to see you. I saw you last night at the concert. It was a pleasure to see you there.
Yes, thanks again for coming.
Thank you for coming in this morning.
It's a pleasure.
Yes.
Always a pleasure.
Well, we're going to chat in a few minutes about the 2017-2018 season, which we mentioned at the concert last night, and the people that were at the concert got a little sneak preview of what's to come. Just before we do that, it was a phenomenal show last night with Sam Cassidy and Gemma New.
It was really our first time working with both of those people, and it ended up being just a lovely combination, I thought. And Gemma, of course, has been going strong in her career, and even since we made arrangements for her to come and be with us last night, she became the resident conductor at St. Louis. So she's on a trajectory for sure.
Absolutely.
And Sam was lots of fun too.
He was double bass player.
Yeah.
There's not, as we were just chatting off air, there's not a lot of works written for double bass, so he decided to pull off a little violin concerto by Mozart, the Turkish violin concerto. It was pretty wild to see,
absolutely. And, he had played a movement of that in a competition where Anne Manson first heard him, and she was so impressed. She thought, we have to have him at MCO. And it was really just by happenstance that we ended up programming the same piece again. She was so taken with it. We just thought, well, let's go for the whole thing.
And that was the first time he's performed that
in
its entirety with an orchestra, in its entirety at all, I think.
Exactly. And he's only 23. He's been working on the transcription of the piece since he was about 17, I think he said. So, yeah.
One of the things that struck me last night when I watched the show, I loved watching Gemma. She was just so much fun to watch. She's so at ease in front of the orchestra. But the other thing about him, after his performance and he got a standing ovation, people came out, he was given his flowers. What he did, which I thought was great, you could just showed his enthusiasm when he ran to the back of the stage to give the flowers to one of the other double bass players in the orchestra.
Yes.
That was kind of cool.
I thought that was
really
nice.
And he gave him a nice hug?
Yeah.
Whoa, I've never seen that before,
No, it's been just a lovely sense of camaraderie around this. And Andrew Goodlett, who was our principal bass last night, has really been taking Sam under his wing while he's been here. And
how old is Andrew?
Just great.
He doesn't look that old.
Well, I have no idea, but he's very accomplished. I think that's the thing. These people just have such wonderful musical skills and abilities that they just transcend age, and you don't even think about it really, except when it's convenient for marketing purposes.
It was a really, really enjoyable show. And there's still 2 more to come this year, right?
3.
3 more?
Yeah.
3 more. What's on tap?
We have Misha Brugger-Gosman coming back. And it's been a little while since we've had her with us, so we're excited about that. And she's just always a spectacular performer. You just really feel that you're in the presence of great skill and warmth when you're in the same room as her.
Yeah, her stage presence and her energy level and her emotion is it's unmatched. I mean, she's amazing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Anytime, let alone when she's on stage.
Yeah,
and I ran into her in the farmer's market in New Brunswick once. And it was the same kind of feeling, Then we have Asier Polo coming. He's a Spanish cellist.
Yeah, he was in our studio last time when he was in town.
That's right. Yeah.
And he played.
Did he really?
He played live. He brought his cello in.
I forgot about that.
He did. He was great. Really good.
He too is just a really charismatic performer, and we've chosen repertoire that really reflects his musical heritage. Also, some Spanish
Concerto in Modo
composers.
Galante.
Yeah, yeah. So we're excited about that, and then we have our collaboration with the Théâtre Cercle Molière coming up in June, and we're very pleased about that too. It's been coming together over the last couple of years, and it'll come to fruition in the beginning of June. The beginning of June. Okay,
well, you can go to the MCO.ca for information about those concerts. So that's still left this year. There's still a whole bunch of great stuff this year. Now, last night we announced. Together we announced the upcoming season, 2017-2018 season with the Manitoba Chamber Orchestra. To me, it's always like opening a Christmas present. and it's just, although I don't even do that because I'm Jewish. But anyway,
There you go.
I've seen a lot of people over Christmas. That's what I imagine it would be like to open a Christmas present. And the next season looks phenomenal as well. There are 9 shows, if I'm counting correctly. There are 9 shows beginning in September. And we're kicking it off with the cellist Ariel Barnes.
That's right. A couple of years ago, he stepped in almost at the last minute to replace someone who had to withdraw from a concert. And we were very impressed by him. And while he was here, he and Ann Manson, our music director, were talking about a piece that Michael Osterley had written, and which we've played a few times, a cello concerto called Iron Man. And contrary to sort of what you might expect in these days, the Iron Man refers more to the coming of the Iron Age in Britain and all of that. And so Ariel listened to the piece and he thought, boy, that would be a great piece to take into his repertoire. And we thought, well, let's have him back. He can play that. We're going to go on a little tour with him afterwards to British Columbia, and we're going to record Iron Man, which we haven't done before. And we've recorded a few of Michael's pieces over the years, and we just thought we'll add that to the list.
So that's how you're kicking the season off, September 26th. I just wanted to mention I'm in the studio with Vicki Young. She's the managing director of the Manitoba Chamber Orchestra, and we're talking about the new season that was just announced last night. So where they're starting it out with Ariel Barnes, and then you're moving into some Baroque stuff with 2 really kind of young and fun and funky Baroque players, huh?
Yeah, and Aislinn Noski performed with Taffel Music when she was here with them as our guest a few years ago now. And she is such a dynamic player. She's a joy to watch, and she leads from the violin. And Michael Osterley is connected indirectly to this concert too, because I was speaking with him about a few other things, and he said, I wrote a piece that features this Aislinn Noski for Taffel Music when she was with Taffel Music. And so when we were thinking about a concert of that sort, we thought, well, let's see if she's available. And sure enough, she was. And she suggested adding Max Mandel, who is a wonderful Canadian viola player. And they're going to both lead from their instruments. So I think it'll be really an energetic and engaging kind of experience.
Like a true Baroque almost experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then you're doing, Yuri Klaas is going to be conducting.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He's doing Arvo Pärt.
That's
Today,
right.
That's in November. Some choral music. And Toronto trumpeter Guy Few's coming back.
Oh, Guy is just such a joy. He brings a wonderful energy and lightness and
a great headband.
Yes, well, that too.
He always wears a great bandana.
Yeah, he's just a super guy. And he's coming back later this season, actually, to play on A Soldier's Tale and on our production with the Théâtre Sauk Molière, because the trumpet's featured in that. So we're really excited to be able to feature him on his own. He has done this for us a couple of times in the past, and we're really pleased to have built this concert around him. We're gonna play some music of his in a couple minutes when we a couple pianists are coming as well. Well, in fact, when I look at the list now, there's 3 pianists coming, just like that. We'll talk about Simone Dinnerstein in a few minutes, and MarcAndre Hamlin as well. So MarcAndre Hamlin, I was saying that at the show, I'm not sure if he or James Ennis has been here more often. I'm not sure. I'd have to look up some historical facts and figures for that one. But he is I remember when I first moved back to town in 2001, I saw him back then. And I know he'd been here before. He comes every few years, and he always sells out. So he's going to be back again performing some really, really great music. Yes, we're very excited to have him back. And it'll be a little different with him next year because it'll be a recital performance. So it will just be MarcAndre. We've tried this a few times over the years with James Ennis and a trio and James Ennis and Andrew Armstrong. And it just provides a little bit of variety within the season. He's also going to do a daytime concert, a little bit shorter for people who find it difficult to get out at night or who just don't want to go out at night. And I think that'll be a nice addition to the season too.
And the other pianist I was mentioning, Simone Dinnerstein. There's a few exciting things about this concert. Number one, she's never been here before.
That's right.
An opportunity to see her for the first time. And number two, it's a Canadian premiere of her work. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, we were approached by her agent, I think as part of just a general email to a number of different orchestras. And they said, the agent said that Simone was putting together a consortium of orchestras to commission a new piano concerto from Philip Glass. And of course, we've recorded some Philip Glass music. We did his Third Symphony and a concerto from the Hours a few years ago. And it was very well received. Dan Manson has conducted his operas. And so we thought, boy, this is a natural for us. Let's do it. So next year, she's going to do the world premiere of this new piano piece with A Far Cry, which is a group based in Boston. And then she'll come and we'll do the Canadian premiere with her when she's here.
That's amazing. Yeah, really looking forward to that. I've always liked her music since she first started putting CDs out. And I mentioned at the show last night how a little bit about her story, how she was a pianist, gave it up to raise a family, get married, have a family, and then decided, okay, it's time to get back to my career. And right away when she started recording again, she just caught the attention of the press and people loved her. And some of the people weren't crazy about her interpretations. I happen to fall on the side of loving her music. I think she's amazing. So I'm excited about that one. And then there's so many other great performances. We've got vocalist Tracy Dahl and Andriana Chuchman performing together.
We're very excited about that.
That's kind of wild, yeah.
Well, we had Andriana for the first time this season. And in talking with her afterwards and having seen Tracy in the audience with her family, we just thought, wouldn't it be great? Because they know each other, obviously. Andriana having studied with Tracy. And they said that they had never actually worked together. But shortly after that, they were going down to the States to do a production of Nixon in China opera together. And we thought, wouldn't it be great for Winnipeg audiences to have a chance to hear them perform together?
Yeah.
Because you get a certain chemistry on stage between people who care for each other and who, I don't know, there's just something really wonderful about that. So we're very excited.
Well, it's no different than me in the studio. When I'm here on my own, I just talk and talk and talk. But when I have somebody else to talk with, there's more energy, right? So thank you for coming this morning and giving us that energy. Now, I played just earlier on a work featuring the recorder player, Lucy Horsch, who was here last year.
Yes.
This year, last year? I get my years mixed up.
Yes, I know, me too, because we're always working 2 or 3 years ahead.
But she's coming again because on the program or on here it says that you feel bad for those that didn't see her last time and you want to give them another chance to see her. Feel bad for me because I didn't see her last time. So maybe this time I'll catch her around. So she's coming back again.
She is, yes. And, since we had her last year, she released a recording. I think it was right around the same time.
Yeah, Vivaldi, that's what I just played from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we did perform some of those pieces on the program last time, but some of them we didn't. And we thought, since there was such a great response for the school matinee that we did with her, we thought we'd do it again, but we would invite school children to bring their recorders and play along with her on one, on a specially selected piece, and we'll get the music out to everyone well in advance. We just thought it's such a ubiquitous instrument. It's performed by kids at all levels through elementary school, and to hear
we have
what
it in
she
our
can
toy
do
bin
with
at home.
Oh, we have a few at home too, rarely played happily, but in our case, but to hear it in her hands and just the variety of instruments, the different sizes and the different sounds that they can produce, it's just such a pleasure, and it's so nice to work with her too. She's just a very bright and refreshing young person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you have Misha coming back again, as we mentioned earlier on.
That's
Misha's
right.
coming back, to round up the season.
Yes.
Something called, just, we don't have a lot of time left. Just quickly tell us, you have something called the Artist in Residence now. She is the new Artist in Residence.
That's right.
What is that all about?
We're kind of working that out as we go, but over the next couple of years, the plan is for us to bring her back, to do different things with her, maybe do a commission, just give her some scope to develop ideas as she would like to. And, we've had a special relationship with her over the years, and we thought this might be one way to frame it.
Mm-hmm. And she'll be finishing the season. That's, it's over a year from now. In May of 2018. It's hard to look that much ahead. Vicki, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming in this morning. I've been chatting with Vicki. She is the Managing Director of the Manitoba Chamber Orchestra, Vicki Young, and we've been talking about the 2017-2018 season. You want to get your tickets early. They are available. Go to themco.ca for more information about all the concerts and tickets, and it's just something to look forward to. This is great.
Thank you very much.
So I'm going to play you some music featuring one of the artists coming in. His name is Guy Few. Just a great, great trumpeter. Lots of fun. Here he is with the music of Hummel.